Welcome now to grade 10, Maths 4, Algebra 4. Okay. What are we going to do? We're going to carry on and we're going to have a look at that one that I left off at the last time, where we said we were asking to factorize this trinomial here. 12x squared, okay, just check, yes, 12x squared plus 15x minus 18. Now I can assure you that if you just hop in and say trinomial, two brackets, you are going to go down a slippery slope to nowhere. Okay? It is going to just go around the Reiki. It's going to give you untold trouble. Why? Because what is the first step always? Highest common factor. We've got to always remember that in everything that we do, because the highest common factor will make it simpler. What can we remove here? All right. The secret is we can take out a 3, leaving us with 4x squared plus 15x minus 6. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a critical step, okay? Because it saves you time. Because when you factorize 12, look at it. 12, 1, 6, 2, 4, 3. Hello, you've got two sets of factors in there that you don't want, okay? All right? You don't want them in there, okay? They're unnecessarily complicated. Right? We want to bring it down to the simple. Look at 18. 18 and 1, okay? 9 and 2, okay? 6 and 3, okay? All factors. We don't want those because we don't want any of that. We want to simplify it. So we always look for highest common factor. Okay? You will get one that is a trinomial that looks like that, and look for the highest common factor to simplify. Okay, we've said it. Therefore, 3, double bracket, it's a trinomial. Left-hand side options. Factors are 4 and 1 and 2 and 2. Right? Right-hand side. Okay? Let's just color code. Okay? Sorry, our target is 15, isn't it? Okay? Blue. 4 is the left-hand side here, right? It's the factors of that. Right-hand side. Okay? Let's just go. Right-hand side is the factors of 6. In fact, let's just do it in green, shall we? Factors of 6 are 6 and 1 and 3 and 2. All right? Well, let's have a look. First of all, we've got column 1 and column 2. Whoops, let's just draw that down. Let's go back to black now. Okay? Right. Okay. Let's go back to black, and see how it goes. Okay? Well, first of all, okay, it says, hang on a second. Here we've got a 2, all right? There. So this and this one, that's common, a 2 and a 2. So we can't pair them. So the only pairings we've got are those two and those two, right? So let's see. Okay, because those are common, so we don't pair them, right? Let's have a look. So we've got 4 over 1 cross multiplied with, okay, we said 6 over 1, which is going to be equal to 6 and 4, right? Isn't it? Cross multiply, 4 times 1 and 6, so therefore 6 plus 4 is equal to 10, 6 minus 4 is equal to 2. No and no. Our target is 15. Didn't work. So let's go. Let's now go with the other possible pairing. 4 and 1. Okay. And cross multiply with, remember I'm saying cross multiply here, hey? Each time cross multiply with 3 and 2. So that gives us 3 and 8. Right? So 8 plus 3 is equal to 8, 9, 10, 11. And 3 minus 8 is equal to 5. Oh dear, we still haven't got the number. What's gone wrong? Remember, that could be 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, which gives us 12 there and 2. Okay? So, what are we getting here? Okay? Okay, so now we say to ourselves, okay, 2, okay, 4 and 3 is 8 and 3, okay? Right. Okay. So we've got 12 and 2, which gives us 14 and 10. All right. So we're kind of getting shy of our numbers, all right? Now, there's errors in here. Let's just leave it. Now, what I want to do is, if this is going pear-shaped, okay, let's take this one here, 12x squared, okay, plus 15x minus 18, okay? Now, what we're going to do is we're going to look at using a calculator for it, okay? Let's have a look, okay? So first of all, let's recognize that a there is equal to 12, okay? B over here is equal to 15 plus, and C is equal to minus 18. Okay, this is what we've got to work with. All right, now what we're going to do now is we're going to use a calculator. Now, if you take your calculator, okay, you will see on it, I'm not sure which one that you've got, but you've got a mode button. If you look for mode, okay, mode, okay, and you press it, okay, it will give you a whole bunch of options that we're going to go through, right? So we're going to go through the options of that, and we're going to see that it gives us a whole lot of different numbers, okay? We're going to look and see what those numbers are, and then we're going to go and we're going to actually use it to factorize our equation, all right? But before we do that, let's just go back to our equation here, all right, and say we're looking for not 15. Where's the error, guys? It's not 15, right? What have we got? Look at all the work here, okay? Just look at all the work that we did. Because we didn't factorize that properly, did we? What is it? It's 5. All right? Can you see what happens when we just quickly fly through it and we don't get it spot on? What we've got on the right-hand side is we've got 6. Yes, that's true, right? All of this holds true, but our target number is 5. All right? Okay, here we go. There's a 5. 4 and a 1 and a 3 and a 2. All right? There's a 5. So therefore, all right, we've actually solved it. Okay? I will get back to this, this one over here. Okay? So we've got a 4 and a 1 and a 3 and a 2. All right? 4 and a 1 and a 3 and a 2. Okay? Okay. We're going to get back to that in a seckie. Okay? Right, 4 and a 1 and a 3 and a 2, which means I have got here, okay, my top bracket and my left and my right bracket is going to be a 4x and a 3 and a 2x and a 2. Okay, well, what do I do with that now? All right, what do I do with it? Okay, well, the highest number is the 3. So what we said is we say the highest number, okay, is going to be a plus, let's say, all right, is a plus, okay. Now you'll see that it's kind of going to go wonky. All right? Let's just say, because we wanted a plus in the middle, all right, we're going to go with a plus here. Oh, come on, a plus. Let me just go back, because we're looking for plus 5x, correct? Plus 5x, okay. So we're saying that goes with a plus. Now I need a minus at the back, which then tells me I have to have a minus there, because I'm going to be multiplying that out, correct? All right, let me just remove this out the way. All right. Okay. 4x plus 3, 2x minus 2. Let's check, okay? 4x times 2x, okay, is going to be, okay, not a 2, okay? It's a 1 and a 2. Hi, that's my 1. Sorry, guys. That's a 1 and a 2. That was my error, all right? So that's going to give me 4x, okay? And over here, plus 3x minus 8x minus 6. That gives me oh, it's the wrong way around, okay? So essentially, don't, get the numbers that give it to you and then go ahead and say, okay, do you know what? I'm going to go and just check it and find out what they should be. Okay, so let us say that that's going to be a minus and a plus. All right, and let's see what happens now. Okay, let's do a check on this one. We get 4x squared minus 3x plus 8x minus 6. There it is, 4x squared plus 5x minus 6. All right, that's our answer. Now, let's go right back to the beginning. We took out a factor of 3. So therefore, I've got to have a 3 in front of that, which will be a 3 in front of that, which will be a 3 in front of that. That gives us 12x squared plus 15x minus 18. All right? I'm going to just hold the computer method until I've finished with the factorizing. Okay? So we will get back to it, don't worry. I'll show you the easy or a quicker way of doing it to save you time. But can you see, now just imagine we'd gone through all that. First of all, because of that error, what did we do? Our entire confidence has just collapsed, okay? Therefore, when you're factorizing, check it, okay? Check it every single time, all right? Because it's worth going through it until you've built up the speeds. Okay, which you will, don't worry, the speed will build up. Go through it at a pace that you're getting faster and faster all the time. But what do? We make sure that we get it correct. All right. Now, let's move along to the next part of this factorizing story. Let us look at something, all right, like this. Here they give us x squared. Let's just move this out the way. They give us x squared, okay, plus, no, let me rather start with this one, the one that looks more difficult. 9x squared minus 42xy plus 49y squared. You say, oh no, no. This is ridiculous, because now I've got an x squared, now there's a y and a y there. That's not on. Okay, it is still a trinomial, isn't it? Have a look at it. It is still 3. It's a trinomial. All right, so all trinomials factorize into a bracket and a bracket. Okay, now this is a special case trinomial. What do we do with it? Look out for perfect squares. No, it is not the difference of perfect squares. Look out for, hang on, has that got a perfect square? Let us try the square root of 9x squared. Yes, it has got a perfect square. It is 3x. Then check, so that's step 1. Check that the first term has a perfect, as a square root, okay? The next step is what? The next step is step 2, okay? Check last term, square root. Square root of 49y squared is 7y. Can you see that both of these cases here, this is a special trinomial. You always look, if it looks a bit weird, okay, and it doesn't look like a straightforward trinomial, have a quick look and see if it's a special case of one where they are both the actual perfect squares. Okay, so then if that's the case, you can go and say 3x, 7y, 3x, 7y. But now we need, let's check. Okay, does it add up? Okay, well, yes, because we now have to work out, remember we've got a 3 and a 3 cross multiplied with a 7 and a 7. So we're going to end up with a 21 that way and a 21 that way. 21 minus 21 is 0. 21 plus 21 is 42. What was our target number? Target number 42. There it is. Okay. So in this case, all right, you then go back and say, okay, dokes, we've got you. It's going to be a minus and a minus, right? You can see that by inspection in these cases, right? So then we'd say that that is 3x minus 7y all squared, isn't it? Okay. So what do? We've got to be careful. If we see x's and y's linked, watch out that they might be perfect squares. Okay. Just saves time. They are not all perfect squares, but invariably could be one hidden in there. If not, then we're going to go ahead and factorize as per normal. All right. Let's look at this one, for example. A quarter. They say here, let's just go up a bit more. All right. They say factorize. Remember, if there's a decimal, you change it to a fraction. So this could be 0.25 x squared. I'm just changing it as we go. 3xy plus 9y squared. 0.25 is a decimal. So what do? We change to a fraction. 0.25 equals, and it tells us it's 1 over 4 x squared minus 3xy plus 9y squared. And what have we got here? Hang on. There's x's and y's mixed. Check. First term, square root of x squared over 4 is x over 2. Because if I multiply x over 2 by x over 2, what do we get? Okay, let's just check. X over 2 times x over 2 is x squared over 4. Boom, boom, multiply, multiply, right? You've got to be very strong on the fractions. If you are not strong on the fractions, it's important, and I mean, I know if you really want to do maths, okay, they are critical. Go back and do some fractions, okay? Check them with your calculator. Just gen up on multiplying and dividing, adding and subtracting fractions. It will be very well worth your time to do so. Okay, so we've got that. So we say, hang on, perfect square. Now let's look at this, at the third term. The square root of 9y squared is 3y. Hallelujah, we've got it. It's a half x, right? X over 2. Okay, and in the next one is going to be 3y, a half x and 3y. All right, and it's going to be a plus. In this case, they're always going to come out as either plus plus or minus minus. It's going to be a half x minus 3y all squared, correct? Because I just put that bracket into there and say it's times itself. That times itself is a square on the outside. Okay, that's those. So now there's a thing there that we have to look for, which is that issue. Now, grouping, okay? Guys, let's just have a quick look at grouping, all right? What is grouping all about? Grouping is just another, okay? This is the fourth in line, okay? Some could say it's the fifth and cubes come first. Really, at the end of the day, you're going to develop your own algorithm, thought process for going through it. But let's have a look at grouping. Fourth in line. Generally more than 3 terms. So you've got 4 or 5 terms. Okay. The only way to do is with grouping, okay, is let's have a look at this. we've got, say, and they say factorize. Okay, you'll see the gist of what we're going to do as we go through it. X squared plus x, okay, minus y squared minus y. Okay, what do we do here? Okay, let's have a look. Well, we've got a whole bunch of different terms here. We've got 4 different terms. Hint, grouping. Okay, more than 3, and it doesn't look like, well, is there a common factor? No. There's nothing in there. Oh, hang on, there is. Let's take x out here. That leaves us with x plus 1, correct? X times x, x squared. X times 1 is x. Let's take out y over there. That leaves us with, hang on, be careful, y plus 1. Be very careful here where you've got minuses. Check it when you look back. Minus y times that is, minus times a plus is a minus, and it's y times y is y squared. Minus times a plus is a minus. Can you see that? That goes to a minus. 1 is y times 1, right? That's important, okay? Take your time with the negative signs. Please don't let them get you. They are treacherous, okay? What do we do next? Okay, next what do we do is, no, there's nothing there now that we can do. We've reached a blank. So let's try and rearrange it differently. Let's put the x squared minus the y squared minus or plus x minus y. Shall we? Now let's look at this. Let's pretend there's a bracket here, all right? And a bracket over there. Let us factorize. When in doubt, factorize. They've in fact told us to factorize. What is x squared minus y squared? X squared is something squared minus something squared. Highest common factor, there isn't one. Second one, difference of 2 squares. Square, square, and difference. So it's going to be bracket, bracket, plus, minus, x, y, plus x minus y. Okay? I'm just going to just put these brackets there now. Now look, there's an x minus y and another x minus y, right? Hold on. Therefore, that's a common factor. This is a common factor, isn't it? Right? It's common to both because there's a times there. So if I take it out, okay, let me just redo this. I just want to show you x plus y times x minus y plus, okay, x minus y. Okay, I'm going to take out x minus y, which means I divide both terms by x minus y, don't I? Okay, this is an artificial little bracket there, right? But then it means that that cancels out, leaving me with x plus y, and this is cancels out, leaves us with plus 1. Last step, get rid of the brackets. X minus y, okay, x plus y plus 1, and that's my final answer factorized, right? That's grouping. So sometimes we have to group more ways than one, okay? Let's look at this one. X, and we've got an m plus n over here. Here's another example. Okay? Minus n plus m. All right? Well, we're looking for, there's more than 3 terms, so it's a grouping. The first option is grouping. No, you don't multiply it out. That's what people will do. Look for a common factor first. Always look for the highest common factor. Is there one here? Hold on. N plus m is the same as m plus n. So I can rewrite this. Minus m plus n. Because 3 plus 2 is the same as 2 plus 3, isn't it? It's the same thing. So now I can take out what is common here. That appears there and in the next one. So I can take out m plus n, which means I'm dividing by m plus n, and dividing this by m plus n. That goes, and that leaves us with x minus 1. Okay? You can go and test that out. It leaves us with x minus 1. Let's do another example, okay, of these groupings. Oops, don't really want it in green. I want to go back to the black one because then it allows us. Let's look at this, okay? Example, x squared minus 9y squared minus 3x plus 9y. All right? 4 terms, more than 3, which means go for a grouping. That's the best option. So we say, all right, hang on. We could group those x's together and those y's together. Let's try. Let's regroup. X squared minus 3x minus 9y squared plus 9y. Let's take out a common factor out of here and out of there. X squared minus 3x. What's common? The x. So let's take out the x. It leaves us with x minus 3. Because x times x is x squared, x times minus 3 is minus 3x. Let's take out minus 9y. All right? Minus 9y times what gives me? Minus 9y squared plus y. What does minus 1? Okay. Oh, that hasn't helped us at all, has it? Because in the grouping we're looking, we want this and this to be the same. But it's not. So we've made a boo-boo. Okay? So what do? Okay, maybe we shouldn't have grouped it. Maybe we shouldn't have changed it. Let's stay with the original, shall we? Let's go back to the original and stick with that. Okay? Let's say that it was, okay, x squared minus 9y squared, x squared minus 9y squared, okay, minus 3x plus 9y. Let's have a look. Hang on. What is this bit here? Can you see? In grouping, we tend to group terms. That's where it comes from. We put our own brackets in. We say, I'm going to look at you and look at you as separate ones. What is that x squared minus 9y squared? Highest common factor? No. Secondly, difference, yeah. Difference of 2 squares. So you are an x minus 3y, x plus 3y. Why? Square root of that goes there. Remember? And the square root of that goes there. Separated by that and that. Minus, let's take out a 3 here. Leaves us with x minus y. Okay? Sorry, 3y. Okay? X minus 3y. Correct? Hang on. How did that minus, what happened over here? Let's stop the bus a second and let's have a look. What happened here? That was a plus and now it's a minus. It changes because this minus is treacherous. Be careful. Minus 3 times x is minus 3x. Minus 3 times minus 3 is plus 9y. Okay? Do not automatically change things, but when you have a minus, go back and check it. Okay? Now what's common? Let's have a look. You and you are the same. So now what can I do? I can say, all right, you are common to, that's a times and that's a times. You're common to the front and the back. This is separating them. So we take out the x minus 3y, which means I've removed it there, leaving us with x plus 3y. Please note, I'm keeping brackets, okay? Minus, that's been taken out, 3, which is going to be x minus 3y, and now it's going to be x plus 3y minus 3, like that, okay? That's what we've got for that one, right? Now, grouping, let's have a look at the last one of grouping, all right? 9x squared minus 16, 9x squared minus 16, okay, plus 3x plus 4 and x plus 2. Okay, these are factors of a trinomial, aren't they? They've already factorized it for us. So what do? I now have to, chances are, don't do that. Let's look to see what happens here. This is difference of two squares. 3x minus 4, 3x plus 4, plus 3x plus 4 times x plus 2. Hold on. Can you see we have found we have found a common factor. There it is. So we can take it out, right? It's in both expressions. 3x plus 4 taken out leaves us with 3x minus 4. Remember, this is now gone. Okay. Plus, remember, this one is now gone, leaving us with x plus 2. Then we multiply out the bracket because that's a whole mess. Okay, we multiply that out. 3x minus 4 plus x plus 2. And that's going to be 3x plus 4. And over here, 4x minus 2. Done. Okay. Okay, that's grouping. So you look for quasi brackets, okay? And we're looking to take out factorize stuff and find a common factor to the front and the back term. Take it out. That's how grouping works, okay? I'm going to now sign off. The next one is we're going to be factorizing cubic equations, okay? That's the next one we're going to do. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back with you in the next session, and we'll do cubics. Cubics, we're going to do in the same form as we've done the difference of two squares. We're going to look at cubics in the same way. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again in the next session.